What's going on, billionaire? Shant back here. And today we got a little switch up. You feel me? We got a little switch up. So today I'm going to be getting into some pro tips for GJ, right? If you trade Gbpjpy, this is a video that you're going to want to watch until the end. Watch the full video because I'm going to give y'all some heat at the beginning, but I'm going to really give y'all some heat towards the end of this video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at GJ. GJ this week made some solid moves. The week is not completely over yet. Markets don't close until 5 o'clock, so we still got, a good 2.5 hours left before markets close. But I'm done for the week. It's been a solid week for me. And I just want to get into a couple of things that I pay attention to when it comes to GJ that overall help me with my trading. That I'm sure that you guys would most likely be able to benefit from with your trading as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Taking a look at GJ. First thing I want to get into is going to be, I start y'all off with I'll give y'all a little bit of heat. All right, I give y'all a little bit of heat. Starting off, right, Gbpjpy. When it comes to the week, right, if we're looking at the week as a whole, GJ normally moves one way to start the week off and then will reverse, right, getting into the second half of the week. So maybe like I'm on EST time, right, Eastern Standard Time. So like Wednesday night moving into Thursday morning, right, that London session into New York session Thursday is a solid time where you could start to see reversals in the market. And I'll just point out what happened this week for GJ, right? So what's today's date? Let me see when the week actually started because it happened again, right? And I'll just show y'all this week, just to keep this video short and sweet. But y'all can go back and take a look at the weeks for yourself to just see how this really plays out. So the week started on the 25th. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark off my chart for July 25th. And this was the first candle created for the week. All right, so that's our first start of the week, right? And then we can see here this is Sunday night, Sunday night markets open, and then this is all price moving up. We can see here, right, price tapped into the zone and then reversed to start selling off. And this was on the 27th. This is on the 27th, which was Wednesday. And what time is this? 16, so 4 p.m. 4 p.m. maybe. And then we can see this was actually solidified here around 4 a.m. on 4 a.m. Thursday morning, right? So go back test and peep how this happens, right? You'll see price trending up, and then halfway through the week, it normally reverses, right, and starts to move the opposite way. That's pro tip number one. All right, number two, something else that you want to pay attention to on GJ. When GJ is trending, it's trending, right? And you're going to see some nice, clean moves, right? Nice, clean break and retest. I just want to point out a couple to y'all that I saw happen this week alone. All right, so this was the start of the week. And let's take a look, right? So here we saw this price was trending up. Boom, we got low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Notice here, this high here was created, put it right at the top of this high, right? Let's change this. All right, right at the top of this high. If I drag this out, we can see what price broke above, cleanly retested off of the zone, and then continued to push up into this higher zone. This here was 7, so like New York session, right? Moving into New York session, I believe the 27th was Wednesday, right? Boom, push up right into this zone. Now, next thing I want to get into, I'm gonna give y'all 4 tips. Don't go crazy, but go crazy. Go stupid. All right, look, Pete, another thing you want to pay attention to are these long wicks. Now, I'm sure a lot of pairs do this, but GJ specifically is what I trade, right? So this is what I know when I see GJ, right? Something that I pay attention to are these long wicks off of zones, right? So looking at this price, you could have been looking at it like, all right, and something that I did notice, actually me looking at this price is like, all right, this price is overall in an uptrend, right? We had a low over here, high, low, high, low. Looks like price found some support. We even see this price not coming all the way down here, right? So when I saw this price didn't come all the way back down, I'm thinking, all right, price got some momentum. We see this nice strong push start to move to the upside, right? So as this price got to the zone, I was thinking, you know, there's a chance, right? There's a possibility that this price can continue moving to the upside, right? But something that I pay attention to are these long wicks, right? Once I saw this wick happen here, I already knew price is coming down, right? That wick is telling me buyers do not want to be up here. Buyers attempted to push up. Sellers came and strongly pushed this price back down. I believe that happened. Yeah, we can even see this here happen on our 15-minute time frame, right? This is a strong rejection to be happening in our 15-minute time frame, and then we can start to see price slowly start to move back down to go ahead and end the week off bearish, right? So if this happens, right, if we combine those two things, right, price, this long wick, also known as midweek, and there's a good chance that price is getting ready to reverse, green. This is green. This is a solid confirmation that price is reversing and looking to move the opposite way. All right, next thing I want to get into, last but not least, right? This is going to be another solid pro tip for GJ, right? We have trading times, and if you're somebody who sticks to specific trading times, which I am, I love to trade in my trading times, right? I found that trading outside of my trading times, market can get a little iffy, right? So I typically trade London session and sometimes New York session as well, depending on how markets are moving, what's going on. But when it comes to trading GJ, and again, I am on Eastern Standard Time, so correlate with whatever time frame, time zone you're in. GJ, right? Times that it moves. So things that I've noticed when it comes to trading GJ. London session is normally the start of big moves, right? So when we see, let's see if this, I would love to find an example for y'all, but I don't want to hold up too much time. But again, London session is the start of big moves, right? So you may see price, let's just go for the sake of the example, right? Let's take this, and not looking specifically at the times, but again, just to kind of give y'all an example of what I'm saying. Let's say this here was London session, right? We start to see this price move up. Was this London session? Not really, right? So again, just for the sake of the example, right? London session, we'll see this price begin to move up. And then let's say around New York session, we'll get a little retest, right? That's time between London and New York, that kind of overlap. We'll see a retest, and then New York session will continue the move, right? Or reverse, right? So if you're going into the markets, I find that New York session either completely reverses, right? Or is looking to continue the move that's already started in London session. But rarely do I see the beginning of a trend starting during New York session, right? We do see, after this break and retest happened here, we did see this continuation of price moving to the upside. But just looking at this entire structure move up, right? This move started down here, right? This move really started down here before it continued up. So that's another thing that I personally like to pay attention to. Another good trading time for GJ is 10 p.m. All right, I found that 10 p.m. right is a solid time to start looking for entries on GJ as the market is, looking to start to move into London session, and sometimes we do tend to get some momentum there as the price is looking to move. Right, a solid move that I saw this week happened here, right, at around 10 p.m., right? This says 22. This is like 10 o'clock. We saw this happen here, right? And again, another clean break and retest of price Another clear example of price breaking and retest, and solid retest. This was a clean, this move was so clean, right? We saw this break here, price tapped into this lower zone, right? Target here for this sell-off was here. And then what? We saw this retest, and this was another entry coming down to tap into the zone for another, right? If you caught it off of this retest level, another 120 pips, right? Another 120 pips. So that's what I got for y'all on GJ, man. If you trade GBP, JPY, pay attention to these things as you're going into the market next week, the weeks after, and I promise you it's going to affect your trading. You're going to definitely start to see these things, these repeated things in your trading, and go ahead and back test if need be. It is the end of the week, so the week is over. You got some time, markets are closed, so go ahead and start to analyze the markets. But that's what I got for y'all today. I hope this video brought some value. I hope it was somewhat helpful to somebody out there. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Love.